And we're going to start with a good one. It's husband and wife to start us off with. It's
husband and wife versus not husband and wife.
Versus, yeah, absolutely. Tom and Tara don't know each other, but of course Tom Cousins being Tom Cousins, he's in the tournament, and what you would say, Tara would be pretty happy with the partner that she's been given, but I think Tom would be pretty happy as well.
I think Tom would be pretty happy.
Yeah.
Tara was a quarterfinalist in Colorado for the Ladies Open. She ran into Sophia Mast, who eventually won the event. So, yeah, I mean, there's definitely some fireworks that can happen here because Tara does play pretty well.
Oh, first mistake we have seen. So if you're new to this, let's talk you through some of the rules and regs, what's going on out there as Tara lines up the first shot for her partnership. It is Scotch doubles, essentially, so it is going to be alternate shots all the way, absolutely all the way through, alternate shots, and we are playing a race to 6 frames, or racks, as I should say. We are in America, and we're also have a 30-minute match clock, and we're going to play with a 30-second shot clock, and it's going to go down to 15 seconds a shot for the final 10 minutes. And I think that's going to be a huge factor, as it always is in the shootout. We've also got golden ducks and golden breaks in play. Once again, it is shootout pool, remember.
And one thing we haven't touched on, and this is going to be very interesting, and I hope we get to see just one, the 6-ball shootout is still in play. But it will be a Scotch 6-ball shootout, and those, I've seen a few from over in the UK, and they are wild.
The Scotch 6 balls are wild, but you throw the mixed element on it, it's even more wild. Especially, we've got a couple of husband and wife partnerships. We've got a couple of unknown partnerships, as in they don't know each other. It's fascinating how this one's set up, and I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, the match that never came to be, if Sophia hadn't made it, I think Sam was going to play with his mom.
Well, yeah, I interviewed him earlier on. Obviously, we were all wishing Sophia well and hope that she wasn't actually able to make it in the end, the way she went over the World Championships. But the fact that she came up short in the quarterfinals meant that she was able to jump straight on a flight, and she got to the venue at lunchtime today. Had to give up 2 matches, one in the main open, one in the women's open, one in the junior open, and she is here just in time to play with Sam Henderson.
And I think something that maybe she didn't think about, I think Tara made a small error in her wardrobe choice. I think maybe she should put her hair up in a ponytail. We are playing all ball fouls, and I believe Daryl was keeping a very close eye on her hair.
Tom Cousins does not have the same issue.
No, he does not.
But it's 8 ball for the opening rack, and to counter the mistake from the Stones. No.
Oh.
Not to be. Pressure on that one for Tara. You could just sense it. She was down on the shot for the extra couple of seconds, and you could tell she was edgy with the shot.
When Becky's really set up Josh here pretty good. I've played Josh before. He plays really well. He plays just about right at my speed. And you give me this layout, and I'm probably going to get out. And I expect Josh to get out too. And the players do have the ability to communicate openly.
They can, yeah, they can talk all the way through. I was just wondering whether they're aware of that, just in terms of noticing that the Stones aren't really talking, they're just sort of leaving each other to it. Because I think in pretty much any other mixed tournament they would have played in, that they would have been not allowed to communicate.
Yeah.
So
it's not really something that happens over here, but with the shot clock, it doesn't elongate the match or the game.
Exactly.
So talk it up.
I want to see it. I want to see the arguments. Yeah. Let's get it all out there. Let's argue and let's get make sure we can enjoy it.
Well, hopefully not with Josh and Becky, because he might be sleeping on the hotel room couch if the argument happens there.
Well, Tom and Tara have been debating what to do, but it's got to be a bank here, isn't it? In goes the bank from Tom Cousins. I'm not entirely sure what the debate was for Tom. It was a bank he should make, and he has made it. So if you do like those shirts, I can tell you they are available on the Jab Up website. And I absolutely do. I went over and spent some time in the jam up booth, and I was trying to talk myself into one, but I couldn't get any joy.
She's a tough action over there.
Yeah.
Damien will be happy to know that she is tough action.
Yeah. Worth pointing out that obviously it's alternate shots all the way through, but at the start of the rack you can go in any order you want. The only thing that you have to bear in mind is that you have to alternate your breaks within your team. So if you break rack 1, then you won't break rack 3. It'll be your partner.
Yeah, the male or the female on either team cannot break consecutively when it's their turn to break. And Tom just really trying to figure out what to do here. Still has his extension, but chooses not to use it. He's going to leave Tara a pretty good shot here. Tara's going to be left to figure out how to get Tom around. And there you go. You see a little bit of them discussing the best option.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Really well played.
That's a tough shot to do on this table. With the slicker cloth, that's a very tough shot. And she's actually set him up with a really good spot to break those 2 balls out.
Yeah, it's not come out great.
I think it got better as the 14 ball rolled up. The 10 ball is still in a weird spot. And the combination on the 11-9 ball seems like it goes. Just going to have to watch here for the foul. Leaning across the table like this is never easy. Oh, and that ball just trickles in, but she is absolutely just wrecked Tom's shape on this. It was a really difficult shot to get the cue ball right, and she wasn't able to. So he's going to kick at the balls.
I wanted to look at Tom now and say, "What are you doing? I made my shot."
There's a good chance here. I don't really know how Becky plays, but I know she's played in one of the open events, the ladies' events. I think it was the.
They both played the last 2 events.
Have they?
Yeah, both played the last 2 events.
I knew she had played one. I wasn't sure about the other.
The only question here is the 8 ball goes in the same pocket, but whether you can get to it.
I think the best thing that could happen here is to leave a little bit of a cut so that maybe they can
I think
some kind of angle.
I agree with the way she played it. You play it slowly. You don't need that ball going away from the pocket, and play that third. Who knows what can happen. Well played, and actually it should be pretty okay just to get to the middle of the table. Depends how good he wants to get his wife on the 8 ball, really.
Do you think this ball goes clean somewhere?
I think this ball goes clean in the same pocket.
In the bottom right?
Yeah.
So he's really going to have to cheat this ball and kind of yank it a little bit. Under the gun of the time clock, too. What a shot that is. And he gets a nice little bump.
Would that tell us that didn't go then? I mean, he wouldn't play that if it. Surely not.
I think it was. He just didn't hit it as good as he wanted to.
Okay.
I think he wanted to come further up the table rather than come to the side rail so quickly. And we're going to see another bank on the 8 ball for the game. Tom Cousins swished his. What does Becky's do? No luck.
Looking for Pedro Verona, please, table 11. Pedro Verona, table 11.
And this is a pretty good setup here. He set Tara up for a great shot. Tara missed the 8-ball in the last rack, but they were able to recover. That was a good one right there.
Just checking that this is the right person breaking, but I think you're right. I think Becky did break the opening rack. That's some break.
And there is a little bit of strategy in who you decide who breaks first, because I think they played this correctly. I think you want your stronger breaker breaking in the middle and the end of the match.
I think in Josh's position, you do whatever your wife wants.
But what about Tom's position?
Yeah.
I think in that position you tell Tara she can have the first break. I can't wait to see the Matlocks out here. Just the thought of the Peggy and David playing. David's so knowledgeable, and I don't know how Peggy plays. I really have no clue. So I think it'll be fun to watch.
I don't think any of us really know what's going to happen there in terms of. And of course, it's Justin Bergman on the other side of the arena, which I think is incredible. The third time they've played each other in not very long. Anyway, running through this rack really well. Not perfect on the 8-ball here. A little bit halfway, and yeah, Josh hangs his head just a little bit. Very similar to the previous rack where he couldn't get Becky on the 8-ball better. So big 8-ball coming up now. Oh, and it refuses to fall.
That is insane because she hit it so good. Josh giving the fist bump there. He knows she shot a good shot.
It's a rare occasion, though, where hanging the ball over the pocket can really help you. This is a challenge completely for Tom and Tara now. How do you counter? You're going to have to play one really good shot and almost run the risk of knocking the 8 in to try and get there.
And if it was just Tom, you would think that he can maneuver the ball as well enough as he could to get around everything. But when you have a partner who definitely doesn't play at Tom's level, she does play good, but not at that elite level, this can get a little tricky.
Not ideal here for Tom in terms of wondering if he wanted to be able to get into the area, which is to try and get behind those two at the top. It's really difficult from here. He can get there, but it's not ideal. Okay. Tara's not going to be able to get there either, so it's going to have to be Tom that's going to play the big shot. And it'll be on the 14.
Well, realistically, there's two big shots there. Getting shape on one.
I think if you get shape on one, you can get shape on the other. Oh, gone a little bit. Well, it's a bit awkward. I don't know whether he can pull this back directly and get there.
Is there any gold in playing a safe?
No. Excellent.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's the shot. That's the shot that wins the rack. That's brilliant.
Control this
Cousins. Yeah.
And you could tell she was a little timid on that because she didn't want to over-roll anything like that.
Yeah, pretty good margin of error to roll it in, though, but you just get a little bit edgy, don't you, when the 8-ball's hanging over a pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they've done really well with it. Tom and Tara, this 8-ball for a 3-0 lead at just over the halfway mark in the match.
And I think at this pace here, you really want to give some angle. And she does. Good shot. It's a tough position, but and then you turn around and you look at a team like Elul Kibaroglu and Payne McBride, where Elul plays a little bit better than Payne does. And Payne's been in the positions, so he's going to be really comfortable. So I think your point proven. Tara's really done well with the situation she's in.
Yeah. I think Elu and Sophia will be the two standout players from the female side of the 8, if you like. And I think that carries a lot of weight in these mixed events. But more than anything, it's how you work together. And so far, both these partnerships have worked together. It's just been a couple of positional shots from Josh and a couple of misses on the back of those positional shots from Becky. It's the difference in the match, really.
Yeah, it's Josh and Becky have played well, but they just haven't had some of the better layouts. And I actually think this right here, if this ball goes, this might be one of their better layouts. It's just a matter of figuring out the pattern and how to take it. I know Josh is pretty good at the pattern play aspect. Becky may not be as experienced at it, but with Josh at her side, I think she'll do fine. A little bump, it's not going to be the end of the world, but it definitely wasn't favorable.
Well, does the 5 go in the side?
It does not, but I think the 2 goes in the corner.
Up to the top left?
I do.
Okay, then it's fine.
I think it goes.
Yeah, that's why I was concerned that it didn't, and then actually it was awkward.
Right. And if that's the case, I think Josh maybe drew just a little bit too much. A stop shot would have sufficed there, unless the 5 does go on the side. I don't think it does.
No, I don't, and so he has pulled back and just adding a little bit of terror, because it is half blocked. There you go, it does go, but oh, it just falls.
Wow.
Doesn't get the cue ball right, though, so this is a big shot now for Josh.
The good news is, if he just makes the 5 anywhere on the bottom side of that table, that 8-ball has a hole in the side of the corner, so that's perfect.
Brilliant shot from Josh.
And he's really set her up as straight as she can be. I hope she likes the straight shots, because he got her there. Very nice. And look at this.
A little bit of noise for the Missouri duo.
And we're in for even more fireworks here with the mixed doubles.
Interesting ploy here on the dry break. Tara happy just to let Tom go out and make the decisions himself here.
Yeah, I think the play here is definitely the solids. You can get to a pocket for the 6-ball once you make the 1, and everything kind of being down there on the bottom or on the top end of the table will be helpful for that. Oh.
Tom gets one wrong.
I'm surprised he didn't take the 3-ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't go out there and try and work that out together in terms of you could both be on the same page and have a plan. I mean, I understand where Tara's coming from. Tom Cousins is a good partner. Whatever he says we're doing, but I still think you need to work together on those situations.
Yeah, and this is going to be a little bit of a stretch for Becky, our referee, in place to make sure that the hit is clean, and it is. But now what do you do? There's a lot of strategy in mixed doubles, mixed pairs, and knowing who shoots next in the rotation. A good safety could put Tara in a pickle, but if you get the rotation wrong and you leave that safety for Tom, it's not going to work out near as well. Tara showing some poise there. Oh, wow.
I felt like it had to fall.
I feel like it had to bump the 5. And it's almost like it just swished past it. It was crazy. And the time clock is definitely running now because we are in under the 10-minute mark. The shot clock is now 15 seconds. And things are going to get very quick, very fast.
We've got a major problem here with a 6 ball. When are they going to deal with that last? You'd think, but
oh, look at this! She's given him an opportunity to move it.
That was
Where's it
excellent
going to
bit of
go?
cueing. Timed it really well.
Yeah, the big question here is where is it going to go? I didn't expect it to go that way.
That's okay.
That was interesting, but she's got a shot. She's going to have to work hard for the 8 ball, though, to get Josh on the 8 ball.
Oh, no. Oh, damage is done. 13 gets in the way.
Everything is blocked.
They've been so close to... Is this the 3rd time they've got to the 8 ball for a really good run out?
If you're going to go for a flyer, I think you have to go the 8 ball off the 9 ball and try and send it 1 rail to the side. Similar to that, but the other way. Is he going to block the pocket?
Not really. I mean, it does semi-block the pocket, but it shouldn't be too challenging.
And when you don't have a whole lot of time to think about a shot like that, you can't sit out there for 30 seconds and calculate what's going to happen on every angle. It makes it very difficult.
Decided the ball didn't go, so just bumps the 8. No problems there.
I feel like maybe Tara should be shooting this 12 ball here. But no word from Tom. And that's going to be a pretty big error. I feel like the 12 ball was the shot.
Yeah, I think the reason Tom's not stepping in there, he's happy to just let Tara go for what she feels most comfortable for. And they're going to get away with it.
Oh, goodness.
15 seconds a shot. It does funny things to you when you're out there, promise you.
Yes, it does. And Tara's going to get the opportunity to shake that last one off.
Cue ball's got to pull up. It does, just in time.
How good did she hit that one?
Yeah, a little bit jabby. That's all that's required here.
Josh and Becky Stone had the 8 ball dead to rights in the side pocket, and unfortunately the time clock got Becky just a little bit. has now put us in a position here where Tom Cousins and Tara Connor are going to go up 4-1.
In goes the 8.
We got
Should. I mean, I know the golden breaks are in play, but essentially 3 racks of breathing room here. Oh, no. No.
well, and now's the time where Josh and Becky have got to figure things out and make something happen and make it happen quickly.
Yeah, 5 minutes left. It's a case of run three racks here, or try and stick in a couple of golden breaks. They've got to run this one out. But they want to try and be mindful and leave over 3 minutes on the clock.
Oh, wow. You know, we talked about it. The table is definitely playing tighter.
It feels it, yeah.
We had our mini games shootout during the break, and there's a couple shots that happen on that table, and it's definitely playing tighter. The weather here in Louisville is also a little cold. Maybe not for you guys, but anything under about 60 degrees, 65 degrees is what I would consider somewhat cold. And it does make the table play a little tighter when it's cold in the room.
Yeah, a lot of people in here, but it probably is. There's a little bit of an edge to the room, isn't there?
Yeah, and with no extension, got to stay calm. And I think just the inexperience of the Stones in this situation it hasn't helped them. But being in the arena for the first time, I'd be willing to bet that they would jump at a chance to do it again if they don't make it out of this match, because it's always the first one that gets you. Being in the arena the first time is always a little daunting. Uh-oh.
I think the match is over, though. Obviously, never say never with the golden breaks and duck, but 3 racks from here. Under 3 minutes now, 2.5.
Yeah, you get the sense that Josh may know it a little too. He understands where we're at in the time, and he's not in any type of a big rush. Still looking to play the correct shots, though, and that was a good idea. Absolutely a good idea to get that 14 available. Good shot.
Down to the final 90 seconds.
Tara may have overrolled this just a smidge, but it's not going to be a factor in this match.
Tom trying to make it happen, but doesn't reach the pocket this time round, and we're now into the final minute. Been an interesting first match. Just the Stones will feel they've had too many get away from them. It's not as though Tara and Tom have played lights out here. Just given a couple of too many extra opportunities. The last rack here has just been a little bit flat.
Not going to keep Josh and Becky from attempting to get out. And Tara here really can just make this ball, let the clock run.
And down to the final 5 seconds we go. And that is the match. Not entirely sure why the gong didn't go off, but the match is over.
Yeah, no gong.
A very bizarre end to the game, really. Just got a little bit flat there, because once Tom and Tara got themselves 3 clear, there was no pulling them back, and they held on.